Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day wherever you're at. Today's collective is today is Friday, August 5th. So this will be the collective reading for today. I encourage you guys to go on, like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to comment on the page as well. You guys, when you do that, it helps really support the channel and get everything out there to everybody that needs to hear what they need to hear. So with that, I've asked my spirit guides and my angels to assist us today with this reading. This reading is for everybody, so you'll know if it sticks with you or not. Take what is for you, leave the rest, of course. So let's see here. What's going on today for the collective? Spirit's giving me the words calls and bells, so I'm not quite sure what that might mean for you. Let's see what comes through. There's a lot of stuff going on around love right now, and it's kind of funny because I'm resistant to that stuff. So calls to love. It's almost like when you hear a bell, right? You feel a frequency change. You feel it resonates throughout the air. You hear it through the space that you're in. So I don't know if something is, to me it's almost like something's coming through. So I almost feel like if you've been waiting on a call, if you've been waiting on some kind of news, understand that if what it is that you've worked on is not panning out, rejection is God's protection, always. We are being protected. We are being told that there's a different path for us, and where we think we wanted to go or where we wanted to head isn't where our heart is actually calling us to go. It isn't the calling that we're supposed to have right now, for whatever reason. And I feel like for some of you, you're kind of circling back around going, I've tried this before, I'm trying this again. Maybe feeling a little closed off as a result of things not coming to fruition the way maybe you had hoped or expected them to be. So understand that the divine has another purpose for you. There's something else beyond what you're seeing that you're being called to do. Like, you will hit your mark, you will get to where you need to be in the right time, right? So it's not, I think it's important to say that what Spirit's giving me is it's not about you. And that's going to sound a little strange because it is about you, but it's not about you. There's other things that are working towards alignment that are not for you. They're for somebody else. We're never lacking because somebody else gains. You're going to make your mark somewhere else. You're going to be better suited for whatever else is to come somewhere else. So if you feel like you're being rejected or you're being let down or the things that you want to do are not working out, it's just, that's not the path for you. So you may have even been torn in the past between a couple of decisions. And this may even be group related. So I'm not quite sure. This could be work. This could be many things. But this to me also feels like it's outside of the home. To me, it's being out in community somehow. 11:11. I love it. Yeah, you're being divinely guided. You're being divinely protected. To where it is that you need to go. And sometimes where we think we're meant to be is just not where we're supposed to be at all. So it's trusting. It's not sitting in resistance. It's not getting down. It's not throwing in the towel. It's not feeling like we don't have what we need, because we always have what we need. We get it in the right time. And I know I've said that in probably every single video to date, in the last couple of days that I've been putting out. But you've really got to realize that your roots are going to be planted somewhere else. The growth that's going to happen for you is going to take place somewhere else. And I don't feel like you're going to see this right now. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there. So just be patient. I'm going to say 2 to 4 weeks out from now, you're going to see that whatever it is that's not working out right now, it's like a blessing in disguise. You're like, oh my God, I'm so thankful that this did not happen the way that I thought it should or would, because now I'm being gifted something that is so much more for me than what I ever thought it could be. So don't let rejection take center stage for you right now. Like it's not your purpose. It's not your path. Something is changing. Something is changing and aligning specifically for you. So as it shifts, let it shift. And remember, if you're sticking your heels in and you're going with resistance along the way, you're also going to pinch yourself off from the things that are meant for you. So don't let that happen, okay? Don't let that be a thing. So let's see what else is coming out for us today for the collective. Spirit, what's the collective need to know? Again, so I said earlier in the beginning of the reading, like matters of the heart, right? Like opening that heart space. This can also be somebody coming back around. So I'm getting like two little stories here. One seems to be like a work situation type thing. The other, okay. Oh, you know, we go through cycles of patterns, right? We're going through our patterns. We're going through the life cycle. The universe is always going to throw us a similar situation again and go, have you learned? What did you learn? Did you heal? Did you learn a lesson that is sent you into a place of healing on your spiritual path, on your journey, right? In this lifetime, in this 3D world that we live in. To me, there was so much hope and so much faith in what could have been. And then it became a fact of you've taken that pain, you've taken the heart, and where it was shut down for a prolonged period of time, you've transformed that energy. So through that transformation, you're finding a space to heal. It feels to me like it was like someone stabbed you. It's like the Ten of Swords kind of energy, like someone just took you out, stomped on it, and to me that's very much past energy. But right now, you're finally starting to open up the heart space for the first time because you're in the process of healing the heart space. You're healing the emotional wounds, and this may be love, this may be family history, this may be some family trauma that is circling around this because it runs so deeply emotional, right? But what you're learning is who you are as a part of this. You're finding the things about you that make you feel good about you, right? When we are in a state of lessons or whatever the universe is giving us, we have the ability at that point to transform that energy, step into it. Sorry if you hear the ruckus, I don't know what's going on out there. But we have the space to transform that energy. We can take our pain and turn it into something greater than what we've ever experienced before. And I think that is really what you're doing, but you're also taking a look at yourself in the process and applying that love to you. Whereas you may have been giving that love out in the past to everybody else, finally at last, like you're taking that and you're giving it to you. And that's going to cleanse and purify the heart. It's going to purify the soul. You're going to have a better understanding of what it is that you need to do, right? So you had to go back to heal what was there. You had to go back to change up what had been transpiring all along. Put your heart out there on the line, and if it didn't work, but I think right now what you're finding is a much more bountiful place of alignment within you. Understanding that, for some of you, you may just be starting out on this transformation that is taking place. For others of you, this can be like, I've gone through the dark parts of it, maybe the dark night of the soul, but now like what's coming through is beautiful, it's harmonious, it's healing. It's healing all of the things that felt so heavy and so dark for so long. So and you're finding it, again, I'm gonna go back to the within you. This is not about anybody else. This is totally about you healing past traumas, past heartbreak, past pain, and transforming that energy into something beyond. So that's a beautiful thing, right? Beautiful thing. When we're aware that those pains sit with us, that we've carried baggage and bullshit and burden along for so long, it's a powerful space. It reminds me of when, they say you don't understand that you have a problem until you recognize you have a problem. So if you're living in denial, you don't see it as a problem. But whenever you recognize that, your own characteristics, your own traits, your own shit that you brought to the table, whether it was any situation in your life, at that point, you have to understand you too have thorns. You have things about you that need to be healed. You could tone it down as a Scorpio. I know that I say things always in truth and honesty, and it doesn't always come out so kindly. So, that's something to pay attention to. I've had to learn over time to discern how I'm going to say what I say to people in a way, because I mean it wholeheartedly in a good way, but to the outside world, their perception, which is their perception and their problem, but there's a softer way to deliver the message. And so I think finally you're being softer with yourself and accepting the parts of you that are flawed. And that's okay. We have to do that to heal. We have to do that to understand our own toxic traits, because there's not a one of us out there that they don't have that toxic. We don't have toxic traits. We all have them somewhere in there, right? So for some of you, again, this may have been a karmic type situation, even twin flame, soulmate kind of stuff, right? Where it took somebody else in your life to show you, like they may have put you through hell. They have been sly, sneaky, deceiving, and I'm not saying that you were, but when you sit back and you look at those traits, it's recognizing the things that we don't want to be, the things that don't resonate with us, the people that we choose not, like in our heart of hearts. But when we sit with that, when that's what's in our energy field, we take that bullshit on. And so now you're in a place where that doesn't have to be that way anymore. You're creating more foundationary aspects of things where you get to write your own story again. You get to redo it all. You get to change it up. You've got the keys to success in your hands by addressing the inner you, to understanding your internal circumstances of what it is that you've sat with for so long. So to me, what comes out of that is a beautiful, harmonious new beginning for you, for so long as you're willing to sit with the darkest parts of yourself. And that's doing the shadow work. That's working through all of the parts of us that are just not so pretty. And we all have them. We've all had conditions or whatever that we grew up in, our households or people in our lives that gave us some not so great things. We picked up on survival. We picked up on survival mode. So, and this is much more, you're coming into your own. You get to write it. You get to figure it out. You get to do your own thing. And that, I think, is fabulous that you're in that space. So, just be mindful of the things that you're doing, the things that you're saying, and be mindful of the people that are around you right now too. This particular card, a deep breath. I love that card. It's so relaxing, so at peace. And in that picture, there's the lotus. The lotus it comes from the mud and the murk. It comes from all the dark parts of the swamps or whatever. And it gets to transform into something beautiful, and you're there. You're getting there. You're doing it. I just want to say, don't stop now. Spirit's going, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. And if you're finding yourself in a space of understanding you have a calling in this life, for fuck's sakes, just follow it. Just do it. Even if it seems scary, just follow it, because your soul is calling you to do something greater than where you've been and where you're at. So we always have free will. We always get to decide what we're going to do with that energy. So do something that's transformational. Do something that's going to open you up to new horizons. But I also see a lot of people doing it by themselves as well, because you're exposing the deepest and darkest parts of you, and in that you let go of things. You discover the real you, the royal you, as this card depicts, and sometimes you just can't take anybody with you on that journey for a while, because oftentimes people outside of us, they're distractions. And it's not that they're bad distractions. They can be good distractions, but it takes our time and energy away from ourselves when we start investing it somewhere else. So if you have to sit alone in this for a little while and just get comfortable with you and meet you again, then do that. Absolutely do that, because it's going to benefit you in the long run rather than just doing it today, or just getting through today, or that instant gratification. So guys, I think that's going to be it for the collective. I am going to do some different things. I've been trying to get the Scorpio video out, and I've had some issues. Apparently, there's fiber optic issues going on. So I think I'm going to break it down and do a couple different readings for August for each sign. So hopefully I'll have some of those out today. I'm going to try this again. I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. It's exciting to be on here and to get to do this for all of you. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get this out there for all the people that need to hear it. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.